The extended 90-Day Fiancé franchise is full of couples who appeared to marry due to transactional agreements that didn't seem to be loving relationships. While numerous couples across the franchise have been in love, others seem to have different motivations for tying the knot. However, many of the transactional 90DF franchise marriages saw both parties attempting to profit from the relationship, though they frequently failed. Numerous 90-Day Fiancé franchise couples have aired romances that appeared to be quite transactional, though they didn't go through with marriages. Such couples include Mike Burke and Jimena Morales Cuellar, Big Ed Brown and Rose Vega, and Usman Umar and Kim Mendez. Many of these relationships feature an older partner who is often American. They date someone foreign who seeks a new life and/or financial support. The older person gets a young spouse, while the younger partner improves their financial life through marriage. However, these arrangements have rarely worked out in the 90DF franchise. 7 Muhammad Jabali Danielle Mullins Muhammad Jabali and Danielle Mullins are one of the most infamous 90-Day Fiancé franchise couples of all time. The duo appeared to share some sort of bond when they first dated online, though it was clear that they each wanted something from each other in person. Danielle made it obvious that she wanted sex from Muhammad, as she demanded it when he stopped getting intimate with her. Meanwhile, Muhammad appeared interested in starting a new life in the US, rather than making things work with Danielle. He did so after splitting from Danielle, who was furious over losing her physical intimacy with him. However, they're now friends. 6 Anfisa Arkhipchenko George Nava. Like Muhammad and Danielle, Anfisa Arkhipchenko and George Nava are also a chaotic and memorable 90-Day Fiancé franchise couple. Anfisa and Jorge have one of the most openly transactional relationships of all time, as Anfisa bluntly said she was with Jorge for his money, while he was with her for her looks. Anfisa split from Jorge when she found out that he didn't have very much money, and had to serve a prison sentence. Jorge ended up remarrying, and became a happy family man. On the other hand, Anfisa remains single. However, she has since learned how to make her own money. 5 Molly Hopkins Luis Mendez. Molly Hopkins and Luis Mendez are a classic example of a 90-Day Fiancé franchise marriage that imploded due to its transactional nature. Molly and Luis fought non-stop, likely because they didn't marry based on love or compatibility. Luis revealed his real intentions behind marrying the older American woman after their split. Post-breakup, he moved to New Jersey and married someone else. This was likely the person he wanted to be with all along. However, they've since divorced. Meanwhile, Molly is now single, though she did have an age-appropriate relationship with cop Kelly Brown. 4 Ashley Martson J. Smith. In some respects, Ashley Martson and Jay Smith had a relationship that mirrored Molly and Lewis's marriage. Older American woman Ashley thought she could bring younger foreign man Jay to the U.S. to help out with her family. However, he had no interest in being a stepfather, or playing a domestic role. Ashley found Jay on Tinder shortly after their marriage. After 3 tries, Ashley divorced him, and she's definitely moved on. However, she still thinks that Jay has feelings for her. Ashley has looked back on her time on the show, mulling over the poor relationship choice she made. 3 Usman Umar Lisa Ham. Usman Umar and Lisa Ham are another transactional couple in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, who surprisingly tied the knot on 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Usman appears desperate to get to the U.S., as he aired not one but two franchise relationships with significantly older American women, seemingly to achieve this goal. However, his marriage to Lisa was short-lived, as she was deeply disrespectful of him. Meanwhile, he never made it down the aisle with Kim, as his desire to have a baby led to them splitting. However, he still appears interested in dating American women. Two Wive Ariano Mohammed Abdelhand Wive Ariano and Mohammed Abdelhand are a more recent 90-day Fiancé franchise couple, and their transactional relationship imploded. Mohammed made it clear that all he wanted was to be in America. When she talked about having an extravagant wedding, he even threatened to replace Wive as his sponsor. It seemed obvious that the only thing that mattered to the Egyptian man was getting his paperwork quickly. However, Wive still married him. She then found out that he was cheating on her, and had used her all along, so he could get to the United States. This led to the couple splitting, and making allegations against each other. One Chris Foster Jamie Noguera Chris Foster and Jamie Noguera from the recent season of Before the 90 Days appear to be another example of a transactional 90-day fiancé franchise marriage. However, only Chris appeared to be using Jamie, though Chris claimed otherwise. Chris married Jamie to start a new life in Colombia, though viewers alleged that Chris might be using drugs, and wanted easier access to them. Meanwhile, Chris and her mother accused Jamie of using Chris for money. Either way, the marriage between the two women was very short-lived, as they split up dramatically by the time of the tell-all. Source: Chris Foster, Instagram.